Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the LiJiANi RD908. It's an AM, FM stereo, weather alert, shortwave emergency radio. You can find it selling on Amazon retailing at the making of this video at $59.90. Kind of a premium price tag for what it is, but it had a $13 off coupon, bringing the price down to $46.90. And for what it is, it's not a bad price. But here we are with a brown box, very simple, LiJiANi style. They keep it simple. And I think that's about it. Oh, on the back here, we got frequency information. So we got FM, standard US, AM, 10 kilohertz stepped. You can change this with the radio, which is awesome. For those who live in Russia, Japan, Europe, you can change it all the way down to 67 to 108. And you can change the stepping for AM from 10 kilohertz to 9 kilohertz. All with the radio. That's nice. Shortwave's got decent coverage, 3.2 to 30 megahertz. And you can see it's got a flashlight, our battery, input outputs. There you go, when it was made. Okay, took everything out of the box. Let's see what we get. Get the star of the show, the radio. Yeah, looking pretty good. Now, I really like this radio. People were like, that design looks funky, but I actually like it. It's cool. It's like, looks like a mini Bluetooth speaker, but it's like, just made nice. Feels good. I mean, everything fits real well. Yeah, they did a good job making this one. Loving it. There's our speaker on that side, and our flashlight there. Sweet. So, we'll go over that. We got a lot of features to cover. All right, so there's our radio. We got the charging cable for the radio, USB to USB-C. We get a carry strap, which I like. I just wish the compass was on it. That's the way to do it. They put the compass on the radio, which is a bad thing because the magnet gets interfered with all the metal around it. Don't know why they did that, but yeah, it's just to make it look cool. That's usually what they do. All right, so instructions. RD908 Emergency Radio User Manual version 1.1. Anyway, I'm just going to do this for posterity. You can freeze frame it as you need to. They're setting up the radio and those mentioned bands I mentioned with the FM all the way down to 64 and our 9 kilohertz stepping. Nice. Open this up. Again, just doing this for posterity. Not even going to hover. In case I miss something too, I'll probably miss something. Just refer back to this. This is pretty simple here. I mean, it's not that hard to operate. Once you know, you're rocking. There's a misprint here. It says 32 memories. It's actually 30 on AM and FM, so you get 30 each. And you get 60 on shortwave. That's correct. So, not a big deal, but just thought I'd mention that real quick. You can manually add and delete presets. I like that as well. It has a clock, 24-hour or 12-hour, and it has an alarm. Wake up the buzzer or wake up the radio. I like that. If the power's out, it's nice to have an alarm clock to wake up and get to work. Because sometimes you'll find like half your town's out of power, but the other half's on, so you gotta go to work. That's not fun. Okay, carry strap, flashlight button, SOS. Yeah, we're not gonna fire that. It's real late at night. I'm doing this. It's got a really cool battery compartment, which we're gonna go over. That's the coolest thing about this radio. I love it. And the fact it does have almost full coverage shortwave, but there you go, freeze frame that. That's important. And this is important section too. It supports AA batteries and a 14500 cell, which I thought was very interesting. There you go. And you can see all that's what's happening. It's like I'm not going to be able to demo all that battery stuff, but give you a general idea of what's going on. All right, and more about that. And then we have some technical specifications. There you are right there. You can freeze frame on that. Awesome. Okay, we're done. So let's go ahead and go over dimensions of the radio. Get with this thing, huh? All right, cool. So we have a length of 7.5 inches. We have a height with the handle of 4.25 inches. The built-in handle, not the strap. Actually, I was wondering that. Why would you need a strap when you got the handle there? I guess if you're hanging it on something. Yeah, I just wondered why they had that. Yeah, it's kind of, you don't need it. Just looking at it. That's pretty funny, you know. But anyway, just caught that right now, you know. After I've had it and using it for a week. It's amazing. So dimensions that I mentioned, yeah, it was 4.25 inches high, and depth from front to back is 3 inches. Nice. Loving that. It's a beast. All right, great. So let's do a little size comparison. I guess I'll tilt it a little bit. We got the CC Pocket. It's an AM FM weather alert radio as well. Yeah. Then we have CC Skywave in the house. 2. If you don't have that, we have the deck of cards. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves LiJiANi's awesome weather radios from Chinaland. Ding, 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 ding. Awesome weather radios, man. This one's a good one. I really like how it's built. I really like this one a lot. And the reception's fairly good, too. We'll go over all that. So, all right, so feature set for the LiJiANi. Let's check it out. So right away, we get that flashlight. We have a thrower, and then we have a flood ring here. This flood ring is like a warm. It also does flashing red when you're on the SOS. We're not going to fire the SOS because it's 2 in the morning. So yeah, that's not going to be good. Wake my wife up. On top, here's a switch for the light right here. Turns on the LCD display there, so you can see what time it is. It's 1:58 a.m. Central Daylight Time. So anyway, here's the flashlight. There's a center spot. It's like a hot spot with a little bit of spill there. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, like I say, use this to find your better flashlight. Yeah, no, that's what I would do. Then you get this ring. That's actually a really useful setup there. Get this reading lamp. It's kind of subdued. That's all you need, though. It's kind of nice. And then both, but that's kind of defeats the purpose, so I wouldn't use both. I'll bring this back in. All right, there's a compass that doesn't work because north is that way. Yeah, it's not working because it's in, too much metal around it. And again, these are the little lock points for the handle. If you want to use a carry strap, you don't want to use the regular handle. Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess if you're hanging it from something, that's kind of cool. You don't have to worry about messing with that. So top of the radio, you can see it has SOS. So I press and hold, it would fire the siren, which I'm not going to do because it even says in the manual, don't do it inside because it's that loud. Here we have a little mini solar panel, which is pretty dink. You can see it's as big as an 18650 battery. That's not going to do a whole lot for you guys, so don't rely on that to charge the radio. Use the Dynamo on the back. So you can see we got some Chinese writing with a lightning bolt. Probably says, watch out. Anyway, there you go. Emergency radio. Our top here, we can see we got 3 lights. So you got the solar's being charged, or you're spinning the Dynamo. That red light goes on, showing you're getting a charge. Power LED when the radio is turned on, and tuning LED when you're in tune. You saw it had a screen there. It had a white backlight to it. We can just engage that. It's got our AM, PM clock or 24-hour clock. Battery status. And down there you can see the model number. You got FM, AM, shortwave weather band. You know, the cool thing about this radio with that FM stereo, it sounds so good. We're going to talk about that too. Color back. There we go. All right. So jumping over here, more controls. We got this. This is your main like power button. So you push it in, brought that screen on. So there you go. And if we press and hold, turns radio on. Excuse me, press it again, turns radio on. There you go. And it's got a sleep function too. Press and hold. And then, you can adjust that to whatever you want to put it at. All right, so cool. Let's go ahead and just turn this back off. You saw I had power there. All right, cool. So yeah, and then this does browse tuning, incremental tuning, and so it does quite a bit. And of course, turns the radio on and off. Buttons, we got a few. Let's get my screen back. Okay, so it's gonna be until this thing turns off. We'll just hopefully you can see from here. I'll use this to point them. There we go. I don't need to do it now. Okay, so zoom in. You got 8 buttons. You got a lock button. It's got 2 features. You press it, it locks out a certain amount of things like this, or it locks them all out, which is nice. Next to it, we have an M+ with a little alarm symbol. So we set our alarm with this button, and you can manually add presets with this button. So you press and hold on the station you're on, and you can adjust where you want it with these 2 buttons. And then in the slot, you get 30 slots on AM and 30 slots on FM. So you get 60 presets total between FM and AM, and then shortwave gets 60. So a total of 120 on the radio. Not bad. That's nice you can manually add. And then down below it's M-, it's delete function and set clock mode. So if you want to manually delete presets, press and hold on the preset you're on, and it'll delete that. And of course, when the radio's on, use these to navigate the presets. Very basic. Volume up and down, does what it says. And tuning. So you have incremental tuning here on the buttons as well. Seek tuning. And then when you're on shortwave, you have seek tuning and you have meter bands, but you don't have incremental tuning. Keep that in mind. On shortwave, it's really weird. But you have it up here, incremental tuning. But you have to remember you can't incremental tune here because if you single click, you're going through the meter bands. We have an ATS band button. This switches to different bands. FM, AM, weather, shortwave, you get it right. And the cool thing is, if you press and hold it, it does automatic search and save, which is nice. If you don't want to mess around with manually adding presets. It just does it. That's it. This radio's cool. It's just a radio. I love that. It's not anything extra. They do have a model where it has like little VU, audio thing, and it has MP3 player, Bluetooth. Well, this one doesn't. So I'm actually kind of happy it doesn't. It's just a pure emergency radio, what you need. Okay, going to the bottom here, right here, you see these like little jackets? They do stuff like this says no connection. There's nothing here. It's kind of blank. But they're like little rubber grommets there. This one here has a USB output. There you go. They rate it, I don't know what they're saying on here, but the instructions say 1.5 amps output. I noticed that's about what I got in the box set up to 2 amps. The charge input, they're USB-C. That's not output, unfortunately, just input. They rate the same thing at 1.5 in. I only noticed about 1 amp charge rate. So it doesn't charge super fast, which is fine. You don't want to charge them too quick. Then you got a headphone jack. Awesome! I mentioned this. When you're in FM, you have FM stereo, and it's like on all the stations almost. It's amazing. It's a really wide signal, and it sounds great. I'm really happy with that. So we're going to talk about the headphones experience here. I had a great time with it. I'm trying to find out where I wrote that down. It does have moderate hiss, though, at low volume. So if you're a low volume listener, you may not like it, but I was okay with it. So FM, moderate lows, strong mids, moderate highs. Just amazing audio on headphones. I love it. Fantastic. And then AM shortwave is mid-range neutral tone, which is interesting. It's a little brighter toned than normal, so that's actually nice to listen to on AM and shortwave. And then the weather band, of course, is always a low tone. It's the way they speak. There you go. And it's got this, like, again, trying to be water resistant. And they put it at the bottom so the water doesn't, like, go into it. It drips away from it. It's a good idea. The bottom is our battery compartment. And that has 2 screws, and I'm not going to do it on camera, but 2 screws, pull it out. This tray pops out, and then you get access to your 2 18650 flat tops. They go in like that, I believe, positive to the back of the radio. There you are. And you take these out, and you can put double A's in right here. There's 3 spots, and a spot for a 14500. So either your 2 18650s or 3 AA batteries, or 14500. Now this will also run on one 18650, so if you want to take one out for a flashlight and leave one in there to run the radio, you can. Just have less capacity. Makes sense? And they ship with 2500 cells, giving a total capacity of 5000 milliamp hour capacity. Yeah, I think it's printed there. I don't know if it is or not. It was in the box, so you get the idea. But they ship with good batteries, so that's good. These are extras I have, which is nice. All right, cool. So speaker, 2.5 inches, beautiful, sounds awesome. We have an antenna over here, 18-inch, swivels, everything you need, right? We're going to turn this thing on in a second, demo it. Dynamo crank, very cool. Screwdriver, awesome. They kind of recessed in there, isn't that cool? Got a little tool spot to get to the battery compartment. But that was a smart idea. But you see, you don't have to run around looking for a tool. It's awesome. But yeah, they got rubber feet here. So yay, that's it in a nutshell. Let's talk about FM reception and kick some butt and turn this thing on. Yeah. It wants to move around, but I like how you can adjust it however you want to sit it. Like that, like that, like that. It's all nice. That's probably the best way. I like it that way. All right, so FM reception report. You guys know I like to go over the FM band. Fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. This one scored a good to almost very good. It was really high. It found about, I would say, 70 stations. I think it technically 68. That's awesome. Selectivity was good as well. I was finding faint stations in between strong stations. I normally don't. That's a great FM radio. You're going to love it for FM. It's absolutely amazing. So I should go over the others. Daytime weather. 5 stations I found above average. Awesome. Again, FM and weather has been perfect on this radio. AM, it was great on locals, okay on some semi-locals. It's fair during the day. We'll see what it does in this evening. I haven't actually spent too much time in the evening with this. Shortwave during the day, you got to hook up a wire. You snap a little long wire to that, or clip one to that antenna back here. It'll help. Just on the whip only, I was only able to find a couple stations, which is below average. The browse wasn't finding them. I had to manually add and move around the dial. But otherwise, on its own browsing, it wasn't picking up a whole lot. So use a wire, you'll get a big difference. In the evening, you found quite a few with the wire. And you'll get to see that tonight. So hopefully we'll be able to tune those in. Great. So there it is. I think I gave all the reception report on what we need to. Daytime, yep, we're done. So let's go ahead and fire it up. Now we're going to do an audio demo. We got the radio todderbert over here, which is a C-Crane FM transmitter. I'm trying to find it. It's located over here. Turn it on. It's going to transmit on 97.7 megahertz. It's hooked up to a little Sony MP3 player, which is over here. I'm trying to get it out. There you go. So we're going to fire this up. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and turn the radio on. So turn it on. Here's the clock. Hit it again. Radio. Let's switch the band to FM. And we got to go to our preset there. I'm trying to remember where I set it. There we go. Awesome.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Cool. All right. Okay, we'll turn it down. Yeah, so, you know, I was sitting here and I'm like, you know what? We're going to show you the battery compartment. Why not? This video can go a little longer. I was thinking about it. It's too cool of a radio not to cover the battery compartment. It's like the best part of the whole thing. Well, one of the best parts. The reception's pretty good too. But yeah, so this is, you can actually do it while the radio's on. That's what I'm doing. Because it's wired. It's kind of cool. Now this is going to pop up, I think. I think it's like a spring-loaded. Hopefully the screw won't go anywhere. That's the worry I had. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that screw there. We're going to pull this out. As you can see, this is the battery tray. And that's how you get to your batteries. So if you look, you can see you got two 18650s there. You can put like a cell in. Like I said, the positive is to the back end of the radio. So if you're putting your flat tops in, make sure you know which is positive. On a flat top, it has a little ridge here. That's your positive. The negative's always smooth and flat in the back there. No ridge. Ridge is positive. No ridge is negative. Keep that in mind. It's important. But I believe there's a circuit to protect you, but just in case. But you got two there. Like I said, you can run on one if you want, or you can run on both. And you can take this out, and then you can see there's little spots for your AA batteries. Put 3 AA batteries on from this section, from the back to the front here. And this one all the way to the front is for the 14500. So there you go. Kind of cool. Unique little setup. So we're going to push that back in, and I'm going to screw that back in so we don't have a mess here. Let's do that. But yeah, that's really neat. I really like that setup. And again, those batteries I'm showing you, I think it's like from batteryhookup.com. You can get those. And they were cheap. I got them out of modem packs. They were selling modem packs for like $1. And you got 3 18650s in there, and they're LG cells. They're really nice. And they're working great in all my radios. Even though they're older batteries, they're working good. So there you go. Let's go ahead and screw this in. All right. But the ones that, like I say, LiJiANi gives you are decent too. They're good company. All right. Let's go ahead and have some fun tuning the bands now. But I wanted to show you that. Why not? Spend some time. So let's, since we're on FM, we'll just do FM. So we're going to hook up a little wire. I'm going to subfloor basement. And first I'm going to turn off my transmitter here. And turn off the MP3 player. Okay, cool. That stuff's turned off. I'm going to use this little Kato T1 wire. I'll put a link to it in the paid link section along with this radio. Check it out if you want to support the channel. You guys rock. And yeah, this is decent. It's about 22-foot wire. And you can hook it right to the antenna mast. I recommend you getting one, especially if you're using shortwave. Especially an emergency radio. Just bundle it together. Find a way to keep it all together. So, I think I'm just going to leave these cards here because the color gets wonky with the screen. There we go. We'll just kind of... This is the best way. If you go like this, it kind of dims out. It's kind of hard to read at this angle. If you go like that, you can see what's going on. So, I'll try to keep it on that. So, I am going to go... I think my presets go all the way down. So... I can't hover on music. It's only a fortunate thing. Okay, so it's 30 presets. See, that's all you get. It stopped right there, and I know I have more stations past 104.3. That's all I could put on here. So, all right, we'll start down here. We'll just go through the presets, and then we'll go through the bands here. Okay, so we're on FM. All right, I'm Chicago, Illinois, USA, and of course it's early in the morning. It's 2:15 a.m. Beautiful. Okay, let's turn this up.
Loaded with false prophets right now. I look at some, I just posted a blog this week on it, and really what I'm doing in the blog, Janet, is asking for prayers.
Incremental?
To release him, put on the plane, send him...
Is a prayer for you to be able to sing over your life and to remind yourself that everything you need is in the mighty...
His best known political prisoner. You were talking about the national security law. It's obviously been used not just to...
So I think, obviously...
So, I recommend doing the browse tuning from here, just press and hold, let go. Spinning this fast is kind of hard to do. It's better on shortwave, but on FM and AM it'll just stop. But actually, you spin this quickly and it will start browsing. But I'd rather use these buttons. Okay, let's go back to the volume here. Memories.
within that space.
Oh, that's pretty cool. There's days when I got a little paycheck.
That we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine.
Sirens and In This Moment with Dayseeker live at the rave.
You live. It's working and throat open.
During the 40s, 50s, 60s, and even the 70s. If you have a lead water service, you're taking a gamble on the health of your family. Our government has just passed a bill to abate.
Hi, nice to meet you tonight. Maybe we can.
Nice was his advice about how you think I'm gonna die lucky if I can.
If I don't, though I'd like to.
Throwback 100.3. Face all the time, living in your glass house, I'm outside.
Killed MTV, SpongeBob, Golden State Killer got caught.
Hurt me, make me cry, smiling through it all.
Come on, whiskey drink. I'm not saying I'm gone, but baby, your flash, that's I never had this right. The precious blood of Christ. The veil just a frame. Whoa, baby.
Alright, cool. That was our presets. Let's,
The joint looking like a morgue. When this country
Nice.
cutie with the picture kept well read. Oh no, baby, I couldn't.
Music from the burbs for the burbs.
Star 105.5.
It's too hard to sleep.
Sales of its vehicles in Europe plunging in May, down 28% for.
I na to o wiele więcej niż tylko czyszczenie zębów. To kompleksowa
Sometimes love can be mistaken for a crime. The gangsters and players, my folks gon' keep it solid. Everything I got on new, it look like.
okay, cool. Band.
So that's the still of the draft. The band is, you gonna laugh at me, but Dylan Harper.
We'll go back to AM in a second.
AM this morning.
Let's go weather.
West of tonight. South wind 5 to 10 knots. Areas of dense fog. Slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Waves around 1 foot. Thursday. Southwest wind 5 to 10.
So I thought of a cool idea. When I was using this radio, I've been using it about a week, and you could use I don't know, a 1 liter bottle. I think they still have 1 liter bottles. It's been a while since I've been shopping. My wife there. Oh man, it's color wonky. No. Anyway, there we go. And you could cut it in half and then tape it to the radio, and you have this shield, so the audio catches it and throws it at you. Cause I can cut my hand, a cup in my hand like this, and yeah, it sounds really good. It's pretty funny, but I was like, yeah, that would be a neat idea. It'd be cool if they had a pull-out shroud where it would come out. That'd be awesome. Hey, LiJiANi, build a little thing that pulls out, and it's like a half C, so then you get the audio this way or that way. Nice. Okay, anyway, channel 1.
The current time is 2:23 a.m. West wind 5 to 10 miles.
Channel 2.
In the morning, increasing to 10 to 15 miles. Sunday night.
3.
Cloudy through around midnight and becoming mostly cloudy. Limited thunderstorms.
4. Wow.
Periodic thunderstorm chances will continue.
5.
Mostly cloudy. A chance of shower. Thursday, limited
7.
thunderstorm risk with an associated level 1 of 5 severe thunderstorm risk.
So yeah, we got 6 of the 7 with the wire attached. When I did the test, I didn't have the wire attached, so that's pretty good. If you want weather alert, you press and hold the band button, and weather alert engages. There you are. You can't do anything else with the radio, but if you look here, it's scanning all the 7 channels for an alert tone. It doesn't just do the one; it does them all, which is okay. You know, it is what it is. So if you're in a populated district, well, you might be picking up all over the place. So, but at least you know what's going on nearby. So we'll go ahead and just press and hold this again, turn that off. There we are. Okay, so that's the weather band nutshell. Let's go to Shortwave. I'm not sure what's happening on Shortwave. We'll find out. Okay. Shortwave, let's see what's going on. So here's the meter bands. So you can go up the meter bands here. Show them to you. You just keep tapping up or down. So you can just have fun, get a little exercise. Keep going. So here we're at the bottom. You get the idea, right? So we'll start at the bottom, and then I think we can now seek tune. You have to press and hold. Now you can't incremental tune here because that's your up and down meter bands. You have to use this. So you can tune, and you could also, there you go. Hey, it worked. Cool. Okay, it's the CHU Canada time signal on 3.33 megahertz. Awesome. So that was cool. So yeah, turn this quickly. That works really good for browse if you don't want to mess with the button. So what we're going to do is, I guess, because I don't know how fast this goes. Let's see how fast this goes. It's not that fast. It's actually pretty slow. So let's just use the meter band buttons. And then we could try, I don't know what I have for presets saved. I don't think I had a ton, but I guess let's check them out. Let's see, let's go down. Okay, we are... Okay, so I did not find... Okay, so I have to go here, tune it down. There we go.
Coming to the king to me said you must sit down first and count the cost. Some people tell you there is no cost, but...
So we got Bro Stare Squad going on. So yeah, this is 4840, a great station. I like listening to Worldwide Country Radio. Comes on at 5 a.m. UTC. It's really nice. Love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I see they're pushing the digital implantable chip now more and more.
So this is WWV Fort Collins, Colorado. It's about 890 miles to the west. And yeah, always comes in nice and clear. Yeah, 5, we got 10 and 15. This radio goes all the way to 30, which is fantastic. But yeah, I like having this. And of course, I mentioned I'm Chicago, Illinois, USA. In case I forgot. And we are early morning. Yeah. All right. We're almost through with this radio scan, and we'll do final thoughts. All right, so let's have some more fun. Let's go up see what else is here. I think this is Cuba. Don't know if it's going to come in. Nope. Too late. Oops, yeah, I messed up there. I didn't press and hold to start to seek incremental up here. I just quick tapped. Yeah, that wasn't kind of what I wanted. Okay, so it's passing. What might be a station? Here we are. So sometimes it'll pass a station like... Oh, did it again. So that's the one thing about getting used to this scan and using this incremental. That'd be Cuba was coming in. Canada. Music. Random. Okay, you get the idea, right? Awesome. Yeah, so it definitely needs the wire to really perform nice. So we'll go ahead and just turn that down. We're going to lock that back. So the AM antenna built in here, you don't need the whip. So let's go to the AM band and finish this up.
So don't wait. If you owe $10, $20, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt.
WSM Nashville, 434 miles south. Nice. Kind of quiet.
This project is funded by the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, brought to you by the Gambling Clinic, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters and
There's lots of excuses.
CDC policy, including which vaccines are covered by insurance. But Kennedy has already sidestepped the group to end recommendations for COVID.
That's Cincinnati, 300 miles to the east.
CDC scientists say most kids hospitalized for COVID.
Oh, you did take that part out. And as he is in mid-micturation, we hear the as clear as day all day.
Okay, so we have Zoomer Radio, CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles northeast. Nice.
More details at a classified briefing set for Thursday.
The heat dome that's made it feel so uncomfortable is moving out, says CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson.
As we head into Friday, this is the big change.
WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles to the southeast. Now, okay, so during the day, it was good on locals and like good on some semi-locals. Fairly weak. But in the evening, it's waking up like most radios do. You'll still be able to, you'll pick up your stations. And you notice there's no like interference really here. It sounds good. You don't have to worry about birdie tones. I didn't notice any during the day, so fantastic.
Injury to a person because of their perceived race, color, or religion.
New York City.
Kilmer and our wedding anniversary, I will celebrate our fight and the fight for.
Get your finger on the.
And our applied technology upgrades.
Alexander Style about the technology upgrade we're delivering, the upgraded client portal, performance tracking technologies at the client's fingertips, the document vault including wills and trusts.
WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, to the southwest, 800 and I believe 20 miles. It's a long one, so that's out there. I'll put a little pop-up for WBAP there. Cool. Alright, so we're almost done. I think coast to coast, if it's coming in. Hasn't been lately because of the storms. There's Denver. There's New York City, WHSQ.
It was personal time.
Ben and Arvid from Penny Mustard Furnishings.
Yeah, we just lived, ate, and breathed.
And local, you get an idea. Okay, so let's go ahead and just turn it off, do final thoughts. So just press it in, done. There's our clock, and it'll automatically time out when we're done here. Awesome, so yeah, I'm just going to leave Iron Man in. It rocks. So what do I like, dislike, and final thoughts on the radio itself? I like the speaker audio. It does sound fantastic. I love the FM stereo on the headphones. I can't stress how cool that is. I'm a big fan of that headphone jack there. Holy cow, that's amazing. If you use headphones, you will like it, especially if you like FM stereo and you're a fan. You can't beat that. What else do I like about this thing? There's quite a few things that I like about it. I like that battery tray. Does quite a bit for you. The fact that it has an alarm clock makes sense. Presets, being able to manually remove them and add them. And you get 30 per band on AM and FM. That's not too bad. And you get 60 on shortwave. Yeah, I guess I would rather have more FM because it finds quite a bit. So decent FM and weather reception, as you noticed, did really well. Very impressed. Shortwave, they really took it to the limit there. 3.2 all the way up to 30. Thank you, LiJiANi, for doing that. Instead of just truncating it like everybody else does. You took the time, did the research. People want that. Because you get the CB band up there and everything. People like to listen to the CBers. So yeah, that's really nice. And of course the build quality, it feels like the money you spent on it. It does. It really does. It's a good, just a nice radio. I've reviewed quite a few emergency radios. This one has a little bit of polish to it. And I'm pretty happy with the result here. They did a great job. And again, I like the form factor. People think it's kind of odd, but I think it's nice. It's better than your simple rectangular brick. I like this. It's awesome. What else can I say? Okay, so wants. What do I want on here? Well, better medium wave during the day would be nice. If they could improve the circuit. It was really like low sounding on semi-locals. Barely could pick them up. You need a passive loop to help it out. That kind of bugged me on the radio, unfortunately. An amber backlight versus this white. This white's not really good for night vision. Amber would be nice. I'm a fan because it's already a orange color radio, so why not put amber there? That'd be really nice. I would enjoy that. And that's about it. It's only things I'd want. That's the big ones. So overall, opinion on this radio. It's solid feature set. Definitely makes it a recommended buy at its sale price at $46 and under. If it gets in that $59 territory, well, you're starting to look at other radios like the CC Solar. That's, C-Crane's solar radio. It's amazing. That's a great emergency radio. You're looking at maybe the Sanjin MMR 99 if you're into that. Some people want that, though it's not as flexible on the batteries. It doesn't have shortwave, but it's there. So some people might want that. So you have to keep that in mind. Wire out of the way. So overall, yeah, it gets a recommended buy by Todderbert. All day long, when it's on sale for $46 and under, pick it up. It's a great deal. So there you go. LiJiANi RD908. Hope you enjoyed the review. Give a big like. 2, if you like LiJiANi products and you want to see more, hit subscribe at the bell icon, get notified of future reviews. And 3, comment down below what you think about the LiJiANi RD908. It will be in your stable. Would you like this in a hurricane situation? Because it does run on normal batteries or 18650s. It's kind of a bonus there. I like that. I really like to see that. I like the fact that it uses 2 of these. Fantastic, because you can upgrade these to 3500 cells, whatever you want, and then you can really increase the capacity. So something to think about, and you can take them in and out. That's also a bonus. Use them in a flashlight if you need to. So let me know what you guys think. Is it worthy for your preps? All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.